Law, Reed, Mawae, Bowlen, Brandt, Robinson, Bailey and Hall. Canton, Ohio APU. What a defensive backfield in gold jackets, Ty Law and Champ Bailey. All three entered the Pro Football Hall of Fame on Saturday night. Fitting. Bailey, Reed, and Law's voices frequently broke during their speeches. Law spoke of his family's support, and his hometown, Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, which also produced his uncle, Tony Dorsett, and Mike Ditka, both Hall of Famers. We. Law became the first inductee from New England's standout defense that won 3 Super Bowls in the early 2000s. One of the most versed video by NFL. Perhaps Law's most noteworthy game came in the 2002 Super Bowl, when his hard-hitting style upset Rams receivers and threw off the greatest